Well, so first of all, even just like walking into the rehearsal, I would see actors come in and I was like, I know who these people are. It was that well cast that I could look at an actor and be like, I know that's Callie, I know that's Tammy, that's either Penelope or Allie. Okay, it's Penelope because that one's got to be Allie, that one's Hannah for sure. Like, it was like very, very clear to me who everyone was going to be. So I knew from the minute I walked into the room, it was going to be a really good read. I do the one thing. I'm like a very. I'm from the Midwest. I'm very insecure. Like, I'm not, so, but the one thing that I have a lot of confidence in with my writing is my dialogue. So I felt like it was another reason that it made me want to do a table read, because I'm like, I know at the end of the day, my dialogue is very strong, and I think it would make a good table read. So yeah, so I was like, okay, so hopefully it's, I know it's funny. It's gotten some positive. It got me a development deal earlier this year, page semifinalist. So I'm like, I know this is on the right track. I had hoped people would be laughing. I figured people would be laughing because I started writing this in the MFA program at UT Austin, and everyone really liked it. When I was writing it in class and workshop, I never heard it out loud before Thursday's rehearsal, but I knew how people responded to certain lines, so I kind of knew which lines would get laughs. So there were some surprises with regard to that, but there were very few. And the surprises were always like pleasant surprises because the actors just like knocked it out of the park. Like, I was like, oh my God, I was not expecting them to do this adorable thing. And they did it. And I'm so glad they did it because it got a bigger laugh than my writing ever would have gotten. So that was amazing. And I feel like for the most part, the pacing was just like very much what I imagined in my head. The characters were very much what I imagined in my head. And it was like great. It was like what I expected, but better, I guess. Yeah. I sat there with a pen during the performance. Well, during the rehearsal, I marked some things that I was like, this didn't seem clear to the actors the first time around. So I know what people might misinterpret just on a first read. And then in the final reading, once people had been given some direction, I marked everything that got a laugh and everything that I thought would get a laugh that didn't get a laugh. And I'm going to go look at those lines that didn't get a laugh, or those lines that didn't, like, the actors had some questions about or whatever, and go back and see, what can I do to make my intentions a little more clear during this moment. There were also a few moments where the actors made like little tweaks to the lines, either intentionally or unintentionally, and I was like, oh, that's better. Like, and I scribbled that down because I was like, okay, I'm going to change that line because that sounds great. So yeah, excellent. So the first thing that they did, I think maybe 2 days after they told me about Table My Read winning, was brought me out to Third Thursdays, which is an event that they have every month in Los Angeles, which was, bar none, the best networking event I've ever been to. I like walk into they're usually so awkward. I like walk into the room and I'm, first of all, just a group of screenwriters having no idea who I was, which is like, come over and talk to us. You're new here. And I was like, what? There's like free wine. I'm like talking to these screenwriters. Molly finds me and she's like, Rachel. And like, oh my gosh. Like, it was like such an insanely, every single person I talked to at Third Thursdays was just so welcoming and kind and supportive. So that's been amazing. Been amazing working with you guys in terms of like getting ready to go out with a shopping agreement. I was had my lawyer read stuff over and she was like, this looks great. What if you ask for these things? And I was like, sure. And they were like, yeah, go for it. Like, so that was amazing. Like, love that. Love that I came out here and you guys were just like, very, very welcoming. I feel like immediately, like, everyone was just like super, super nice, super welcoming. We hit the ground running with the table read rehearsal, and it was like really fun. And I really haven't had a moment since I started working with you guys that I felt like in any way, like anything but like profoundly supported. Like, by like, yes, we are here for you. We are going to do what we can to like shine a spotlight on you in this wonderful script. So yeah,